What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Xunami Muse, and today we're going to be talking about all the looks that I wore on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16! Up first, we have the promo look, which is the first look that the whole world saw from us. So for this one, the prompt was the queens are fighting back. I wanted to pay homage to El General, which is a huge artist in Panama, where I'm from. With this one, I went with Wilbur Gonzalez. Big shout out to Edwin Schiff and Carmen G on the build and construction of this whole garment. I could barely walk in it, but baby, it was for the picture, so. Moak was on hair. I feel like a lot of people have been missing that the hat is completely made out of braids. And I feel like it definitely represented how I wanted to be introduced into the Drag Race universe. Up next, we have the entrance look, which was designed and created by my friend Charles Ruiz. I wore like an ocean blue to represent, the water pun. Now looking back, because a lot of people had a lot to say about this look, so I didn't want a fabric that was stretch fabric. But now looking back, I should have just went with the stretch fabric because that lighting in there is not forgiving. And looking at it, like we tailored it very well, but in movement, it looks like wrinkles. But I was like, whatever, y'all can talk whatever you want. I'm in here looking gorgeous, so I didn't care. Moak once again did the hair. Up next, we have episode 1 on the main stage, Reveal Yourself. My original look that I had for this, the designer actually pulled out like 3 weeks into me getting ready. This was one of the looks that I had to, at the very, very end, scramble, and I'm so happy that Griffin's Patria was able to jump in. I wanted to show different sides of me. I wanted to show the fashion girl, the show girl, and that sexy slutty girl. And Bitchcraft killed it with this hair. They didn't show this, but RuPaul went on and on and on about how great I looked in a bang, and then I just never wore a bang again for the rest of the competition. Oh, another thing, when I looked at this on TV, I was like, I'm never not wearing a corset, ever again. All right, moving on to the next look. This was a bonus look. It wasn't on the runway. I feel like this is a signature Xunami look. And it was definitely giving Little Mermaid vibes. I feel like a lot of people got that reference, even though I didn't say anything. Good styling speaks for itself, right? So the pants I got from a thrift store, I just found them and they just fit perfect. And then the top, I think I found it at I think it was Santi Ali or something like that. And then the hair is just, a hair that I had, and I just did it myself. So this whole look, I guess I can say that I did it. Up next, we have, episode 3, the ball. And the first look that we're going to be talking about is the crack heard around the globe, baby. For me, doing this egg one on that runway, I knew that it was gonna cause a stir. Wilbur Gonzalez was the one who thought of the design. And then Lucia Briones was the magician when it came to construction. One thing though, that I was so pissed, on set, I misplaced the hat. So on the photo shoot, if you notice how when I shot it with Tanner Abel, there's a hat. On set, I had to use the handkerchief as a hat. But I mean, you can't really tell, right? If you wouldn't have known unless I didn't tell you. And for the egg yolk dress, Carmen G and her team built this dress, and then the hat was made by Tommy Cabal. I mean, this is definitely hands down one of my favorite looks that I wore on the runway. Up next, we have the significant mother category. So my original design was, I was going between Naomi Campbell and RuPaul. But then, when I was talking to Candy, she was like, what would be funny if you do me? It would be iconic if we do the denim dress, because I wanted the boombox. Wilbur and I, we got inspired by, the original denim dress that Candy wore by Ray Ortiz. We did our own spin on it because we didn't want to knock it off. We wanted to pay homage. It was really fun to kind of give my own spin on what I think Candy gives on the runway. And of course, Mo was on the hair. All my human units are by Mo. Up next on the ball challenge, I wanted to do something kind of like Tom Brown. There was a lot of Tom Brown references, with me on Drag Race. And I knew immediately that I was gonna be gluing stuff to a corset. So yeah, this whole look, it's like hot glue, safety pins, and a dream. And once again, there's Mo on the hair. Fun fact, this is the hair that I wore on that Coach campaign that I shot right before I left to film. Up next, this one is for episode 4! 9 of 1,000 shares. It's share, bitch! This is the look that got me a top 2 on Fashion Photo Review. Thank you, Raven and Raja. This one was designed by Marco Monroe from the House of Avalon. I like that Marco pushed me out of my comfort zone because the share look that I wanted to do, he was like, no, we're not gonna do that one, we're gonna do this one. You didn't see this on TV, but I got a wow from RuPaul when I first came out because I was first on the runway. And I just really feel pussy in it. Huge thanks to Charisma Design Studios for laser cutting the wings, and also to Michael Brambilla for bringing the corset to life. Moving on to episode 5, Pussycat. Originally, I was gonna be Vixen from DC Comics, and the look was created by Serena T. I had kind of like a wardrobe malfunction, and I knew that like I wasn't gonna have enough time to fix it. So I had to think quick, and I went into my extras drag. So I had this idea to kind of go more masculine. I was like, I'm gonna style it kind of like a lesbian. Like I was definitely channeling my inner lesbian on this runway. This hair, I got it from these ladies in Jamaica, Queens. They had like this shop. And the jacket is by Aria. The trousers are Jason Wu. The shirt, it's like a vintage shirt, I don't know. Plasma actually lent me her gloves for this one. Up next, we have episode 6, the doll design challenge. At that point, we were like, oh my God, another design challenge? For this one, I sewed everything. I sewed the pants, I sewed the gloves, and they didn't show it, but Safira and Q actually helped me a lot here. Q lent me her patterns for the glove, and Safira taught me how to create a pattern for a pant. They never touched it. I made it. They just gave me pointers. But thank you to my sisters because I definitely felt taken care of. Up next, we have flowers. I can buy my own flowers. The hair is by Super Braider down in Florida, and Bitchcraft styled it. And the outfit is by Casey Caldwell. This was a little bit controversial for people because the category is flower, and my idea, I was like, I'm an upside down bouquet because I wanted to think a little bit outside the box, you know what I mean? So I get why people were like, oh, where are the flowers? But you couldn't tell me I didn't look cunt this day, okay? And last but not least, we have the Salsa Dancer look from episode 8, Dance Queen. I have to say, it kind of exceeded my expectations because I felt fabulous, but then seeing it on TV, I felt extra fabulous because I saw how the light caught it. This day, I was very scared because I knew I didn't do the best on Snatch Game, so I knew I was gonna be like low on the bottom. So I was like, baby, let's give it. Once again, Mo was on hair. What's funny thing about this is I felt like I didn't finish my makeup this day. But then when I saw it on TV, I was like, oh bitch, I was painted. This gorgeous salsa number was created by House of Bones. And that is it for the looks that I wore on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16. And now I just wanted to, at the end, answer some questions from the fans. All right, so first one is from Bella. Which brand would you like to walk for? I would say Fenty, because Rihanna definitely revolutionized something that we needed. I think it was one of the coolest fashion shows that we have right now. And I think it would be really cool to be a part of that legacy. What other names did you think of if it wasn't Xunami? Before I was Xunami, my original name was actually Xiomara Soraya because I had this telenovela villain fantasy. Clearly, I'm nothing of the sort, so there was a name change. Out of the challenges that you weren't able to compete in, which one were you looking forward to the most? I would have definitely been excited to do the bathroom design challenge because it was kind of improv in it. You had to create a story. There was a bit of acting in it. So I feel like that's one that I would have definitely had fun doing. What type of soda would you be? Ooh, I like this. I would be a cream soda because I'm sweet. But also maybe root beer because I am an acquired taste. I like those sodas! What's one thing you learned about yourself since being on Drag Race? I would have to say definitely to never second guess myself and to just go for it. So like from now on, I'm just gonna do stuff. Like I don't care, I'm not gonna think about it twice. Just do it. Any tips for a baby drag queen? I mean, if you live in a city that has like, you know, like the open set drag shows, go there, you know, compete, sign up. If you don't feel like you're a performer, it's not about that. It's just throw yourself on stage, you know, because then it is an opportunity for you to meet your chosen family, your chosen tribe, you know what I mean? And if you don't live in a city that, you know, that you have that accessible to, do photo shoots in your room and post them online. You just never know what could happen. You know, you're exposing yourself to the unknown. So keep going. So these were the looks from my package that you got to see. One of my favorite things about getting the call and, you know, getting to be on RuPaul's Drag Race was the getting ready part. You know, prepping so many looks in that amount of time. Sometimes you want to execute a look that is very ambitious, but you may not necessarily have the time to, you know, execute said looks. It's definitely a rush that I thoroughly enjoyed, and I would definitely do it again. Thank you so much for looking back at my looks with me from RuPaul's Drag Race season 16. Thank you also for, you know, watching my first YouTube video, and I'll see you on the next one.